Hi guys, this is President of Tech. Welcome back again to our Flexbox project. So like I said in our last course, I said it's by practice that we are going to understand how to use the Flexbox. So right now we are going to be building a Hero section using HTML, CSS, and also the Flexbox property. So right away, looking at the folder that we created initially for the beginning of the course. So right now I'm going to open this, and right here I'm going to create a new file, so a new text document. So right now I'm going to name this hero.html. I'm going to name this hero.html. I'm just going to press enter, and yes. So you can create this in two ways. As I always said, you can create it in your Visual Studio Code and also here, but I prefer creating it here. So I can right click right now and open with VS Code. So I'll right click and open with VS Code. So it's opening already. Let me expand this. So right now, what am I looking for? So let me come to this place. I'll expand and look for my hero.html. So this is my hero.html. But if you don't want to create it like this, as I've done, you just come here, open the folder, come here and create new file. So right now, what am I going to do? I'm going to press my shift key and 1 and press enter or the tab. So right now, so let me change the text document here and name it hero design with Flexbox So make sure you code along with me for you to understand all this. So right now I'm going to be introducing a new tag here that we didn't do in HTML, but that's what I'm going to be applying here. So right now I'm going to be creating the header tag. Many people might be asking, so let's go back to Google. So as I said, Google is always our best friend. So let me come back to Google and come and search header tag, MDN docs. You type MDN docs so that you guys are going to understand. So opening it. So it said the header element represents introductory content. Typically, a group of introductory or navigation is, it may contain some header element, but also a logo, a search form, an author name, and other element. So this header tag right now that I'm creating is going to contain a logo, just something like navigation, and the text content we're actually putting inside. So that's what you are going to see. So let's scroll down and see, look at it here, see what the header tag is showing. It's showing an H1 of QT Express, but how to be somehow different from this because we're applying the Flexbox property into this. So right now, let's go along and make sure you code with me. So right now, I'm going to be creating a nav. So I'm going to be creating a nav here. So I'm creating an header and I'm going to create a nav. So let me name this nav with a class of, let me give it a class of container. So I've given it a class of container. So I'm also going to creating a div. So let me create a div inside this nav. So I'm going to be having a div of logo, and also having another div of navigation. So div of navigation. So pretty good right now. So I'm going to be coming out of this nav section, this particular place. I'm coming out of here. So I'm going to be creating a div. Here. So let me give you a short form. If I want to just create a normal div, so I can just press dot. Then I'll give it the name of the class I want to name this, dash container, and press tab. It's going to create a div automatically for me. So you are seeing this. So the next div I'm also going to be creating is the div that is going to contain the content. So right now I'm going to name this dot. I'm just giving you this part so you guys are going to understand. Instead of writing div and creating class, you can just press dot. That will only create a div element. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's only going to create a div element. If you try it with any other tag, it won't work. It's only used to create a div element. So right now I'll press the dot and I'm going to say header dash content. Pretty good. I'm pressing the tab key right away. So right now in this place, we are going to include the information. So let me include H1. So let me open this. So we are going to see this. Open with live server. So yeah. So let me put this here and let me put this here for the accessibility and for you guys to see very well. So right now I'm going to be creating this. So in this H1, so what I'm going to be creating is healthy meal delivered to your door every single day. Every single day. So I've created an H1 containing that content. So the next content I'm also be creating is a paragraph tag. So let me create a paragraph. So let me create a paragraph. So the P tag, P press tab. So I'm gonna write this smart. So just code along with me. So just code along with me for you guys to understand. So remember, it's the Flexbox property that we are practicing here. And like I said, please put every distraction aside and code along with me. Because if you want to chill with the big boys and you want to bomber, you just have to pay attention to what we are doing. So you just have to pay attention. Nothing good comes easy. So just leave every distraction and code along with me. You can put on your music beside you with a loop tune, because even me right here, I do listen to music. So this life, no stress. So right now I'm just writing few contents. I don't want to just generate a dummy content that I used to do by creating lorem. So let's just generate this content. Your personal and nutritional needs. Nutritional needs. You can also put anything. It's not necessary you put the same thing as mine. You can also put anything you feel is good. So right now I'm going to have a button here. So by creating the A tag, so let me create hashtag. So let me put this with hash. So right here, the information that will contain here will be start eating well. Start eating well. So I've created that particular part. So the next part I'm going to be creating is a section. So a section just works like the div tag, just a compartment, as you understand. When you group things into section, so you can use the section tag to group things. Just assume that I want to create a testimonial page on my web page. I can put them in a section. I want to create a particular page that contains a future part on my web page. I can put that in a section. So you can, on your free time, you can search what the section tag is so that we can finish this project. So I don't want us to go to our web documentation to see. So I've created a section. So in this section, I'm going to create a div of container. So let me just type container dot container. As I said, to generate a div automatically. So in this div, so let me just put h2. We're not necessarily going to handle some things here. So let me just put some random text. Some random text generated. So that's just it. So right now, let me go into my styling. So you guys are going to be seeing what I'm going to be applying to this. You guys are going to be seeing what I'm going to be applying to this. I'm going to apply some wonderful styling to this design. So you guys are going to see. You guys are going to see. So right now, let me go up. So in our head tag, in our L tag, we are going to create a style. We are doing the internal CSS here. So in this style, whenever you want to create and you want to remove every margin, so this is a way of applying a random style to the parent of HTML. So this particular thing, you use the star. It's applying a style to the parent element, that is HTML, in our browser. So right now I'm going to use the star sign. You are seeing it there, curly brace. So I'm going to have a margin of 0. As I said, margin is used for what? Spacing. So Control S. If you can see some changes right away. As I apply that margin of 0, you can see it's aligned to the top. So let me remove this 0 and save. You see that there's still some random space. So automatically on our browser, when you write pure HTML code, it gives the HTML has an automatic padding and margin that's applied to it. But if I apply this 0, it removes all that. So the next one I'm going to apply is a padding of 0, and also box sizing. So I'm going to apply box sizing or border box. Ctrl S. So I've applied that. So right now, so let me go back to Google font. I want to apply a font that should be good, so you guys can apply any font. So let me go back to Google font. So I'm going to Google font, and I'm going to be searching for a particular font, that API that we're going to be using in this our code. So the font I'm going to be searching, let me cancel this because I've actually applied some. I don't want it to spoil our project. I don't want it to spoil our project. So right now, the one I'm going to be searching for is Montserrat. Why is this thing still showing here? Let me remove everything. Let me remove all. I remove all here. So Montserrat. So Montserrat I want to use here. Right now, I've removed all there. So Montserrat is here already. So let me apply the Montserrat I want to apply. So let me select this style. Let me select which other style. Let me go and choose one. Select this style. So I actually selected some. So right now I'm going to come and copy. I'll come here and copy the link here. So I'll come here. I'll copy this link. I'm going to put this in our HTML document. So you are seeing this. Control C. I've copied it. And I'm coming to this place. So let me expand so that you guys are going to see how it's being done. So I'm coming here and I'm going to expand this, and I'm going to paste it in the head section because our HTML document is to read from top to bottom. So immediately when it sees this, it knows that what we are actually telling it is that it should apply this font style. So we are now going to specify the font style that we are going to apply to this. So the font family, so we are going to specify it in our HTML. So it applies to every text that is being written. So HTML. So I'm going to write font family. Font family. So let's go back to our web browser where we actually have still that. So you are seeing a font family of Montserrat Sans Serif. So this is what I'm going to be applying here. Look at it. So you can copy this and paste it. But you know, I've written font family already, so I'm just only going to copy the Montserrat and the Sans Serif. So I'm copying this, Ctrl C. I'm coming here. I'm going to paste it here. So let me pull this here and come to our web browser. We are seeing some changes, quite different from the way it was. You could see some little changes, right? So right now we've done that. So let me now apply a color to that. So let me put a color. Just make our text mark grayish in color. So I'm going to apply #444. So this will apply some grayish sign. You see, it's not fully black. So this is the color here. You're seeing the color. So right now, the next one I'm going to be styling is the header tag that I actually stated here. So in this header tag, we are going to be having, so first of all, let me have position relative. So after having a position of relative, I'm going to be having a background image. Wow, I've not applied any image here. So what should I do? What should I do? So I'm going to download an image online. I'm going to download an image online. So let me go back and search people eating, people eating image. So this is purely practical course. So I just want you guys to understand every concept and know what I'm doing. So I'm going to be saving a particular image and downloading one or any one that I feel that is good. So this is from Unsplash. So this should be free. This should be free. So let me save this image. So let me save this image. When we're saving this image. Yep. So let me save it with food. So we are going to understand what it's being used for. So food. So I'm going to press save. So right now it's saving. So right now I'm going to go and put this image in our folder. So the image automatically download on my own desktop. So let me open our folder here. I'm going to put that image there. I'm just going to put this image. I'm not going to create one image this thing. I'm not doing that. Let me just put it inside here because it's only that we are dealing with. So let me minimize this and come here. So I'm coming here, hero section. So right now let me give you the background image. So let me apply linear gradient. So in this linear gradient, I'm going to apply a color RGBA. So let me apply an RGB value here. RGBA of. So let me give it 0, 0, 0. Please, I crammed this, so like I've already used it before, so I'm used to this. It's not that you'll be cramming it. Please, you can't cram this, so you can't cram it unless you've been conversant. You are writing code, you'll be conversant with some particular RGBA values. So this I'm conversant with it because I use it a lot when I want to apply a linear gradient or some things just to make it have some shadow. So I just used to use this. So don't cram this, just follow what I'm doing. Anytime you need something like this, you can just go online and copy. So I'll put all those resources in the course that will be very useful because I believe those resources are going to be useful for everyone taking this course. And so let me apply URL. So in this URL, I'm going to be applying that food. I'm going to be applying that food.jpg. Let me expand this. See if that particular stuff is here. So I won't make any mistake. Wow, it's there. So right now it's showing right here. So first of all, let me go back and see if it will show. Yeah, it's showing. So right now it's shown already. So I'll come back to this place. And I'm going to put a background size of cover. So let me apply a background size of cover. So let me apply height also, height of 100 viewport. So instead of giving pixels, let me apply the 100 viewport. It's a very good practice. So that I said, we'll just be seeing most of the things. So wow, so we are seeing it now. That linear gradient is making it somewhat blurry. So you are not seeing every text in there. So take note of that. You are not seeing every text in it, but actually this is a very good practice. So you are seeing it right away. So this is the image. So let me put it like this. So you guys are going to be seeing it. So let me now give it a color of F. Let me put this here. So let's specify a color of F of white. Didn't show. Oh, that was a mistake. So color. Yeah. So right now you are seeing this. So the next element I'm going to be styling is the container. So this container right now, I'm going to be styling that container. So I'll put dot because I gave it the class of container. So right now I'm going to give a margin. So as I've said, margin is for space, 0, auto. Margin 0 of what? Auto. So width of 1200 pixels. Width of 1200 pixels. So you are seeing it. Container, your spelling must be the same. If not, you won't enjoy your coding journey. So you won't enjoy your coding journey. Your spelling must be the same. Spelling of your content must be actually the same thing. It must be the same. So right now we've designed the container, what we actually want the width of the container to be. So the next one we are going to design right now is the nav tag. So I'm going to be designing the nav tag and styling it. So I'll give it a font size of 20 pixel. It's actually a little bit bigger. Let me reduce this so that you'll be able to see what we are designing. So you have a better view. So the next one I'm going to also I'll put in display. So right now we're already practicing the CSS property, display flex. We are practicing the CSS property right now. So display flex. So we've actually stated that there. So I'm now going to use justify content space between. You can try other justify content property in your free time. So this is going to apply space. So I'm going to give it a padding top. So let me give it a padding top of 32 pixels or 30p. Let me give it 34 pixels. So I've given it a padding top of 34 pixels. So right now, the other thing I'm going to, let me apply a font weight. Let me go and see the actual styles I actually gave. So no need. Let me just give it a font weight of 500. Font weight of bold. Yep. So right now I'm giving a font weight of bold. So right now let me look at what I'll be styling. So let me style the header container. So I'll be styling the header container. So you guys are going to see for yourself. So let me come here. Put header. Will be the same spelling. If it's not the same spelling, bro, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You are going to make a lot of mistakes. So right now, so we have a width of 1200 pixel. Also position of absolute. So position of absolute. Let me apply left of 50%. Top of 50%. Top of 50%. So I'm going to also add transform. So let me give it transform property. The transform wants to go with translate. So I'm just going to put translate minus 50%. Minus 50%. So I've styled that. So the next one I'm going to be styling right now is the head content. So let me go down the header content. So the header content, yeah. So I'm going to come here and specify the header content. Header content must be the same spelling, oh, please. So right now I'm going to give it a width of 50%. And also going to apply, did I give it a background color? Nope. So let me just leave that place. So let me give it a background color. So let's style our H1. So we only have one H1, so no need of giving it a class. We're not giving it any class. So we are going to apply a font size of 20 pixel. So margin bottom, margin. So this margin is only applied to the bottom. So as I said, That whenever you want to apply something like padding, margin, if you apply only the margin, it applies to both sides. So if you don't want to specify the only place you want to apply, you have to specify, is it the left, is it the top, is it the bottom? So if it's only one side, if I apply this, just write margin 20 pixels to apply to both top, right, bottom and left. But as I've actually specified, just margin bottom should just be what, 20 pixels. So let me give you the line height. So I'll give you the line height. So you know how this line height works. You know, when you are using the web, the Microsoft Word, and you want to give line height to your text, so exactly that's how it works here also. Let me give you 1.7. So you are seeing it. You are seeing it. You are seeing my text. Look at it. It's actually forming into something interesting to create. Coming into something interesting to create. So we've applied that. So the next thing that we are going to apply also is font size. That font size is actually small, right? The font size is actually small. Let me give 64 pixel. No, that's way too much. 52 is enough. Yeah, 52 is enough. So let me do this so that you guys are going to be seeing what I'm doing. So let's just be applying it here. So right now, the next one I'm going to be styling right now is a paragraph tag. So let me style the paragraph tag here. So the paragraph tag is going to have a font size of, let's say, 20 pixels. And also have line height. Let's give it a line height. I prefer the line height here should be 1.6 because the one of the H1 is 1.7. So let's apply 1.6 here. And also have a margin bottom double more than the H1. So let's give it a margin bottom of 48 pixel. 48 pixel. So that has been applied. So the next thing that I'm going to be styling right now is the link, a link. This particular link. So we are going to be styling it and seeing how it's being used. So what we are going to be styling right now is the a link. So let me give it a class of btn. So I'm going to be giving it a class of btn. So let me go and apply a class here. So class of btn. So as I've given it the class of btn, we are going to be styling that btn. So let's go up right now. So is that btn that are going to be used and pseudo class. Like when I specify over, those are example of pseudo class. Active, those are example of pseudo class. So I'm going to be doing .btn. Then the pseudo class that you are going to be seeing here is the pseudo class of link. So I'm pressing link. So it's been applied. So I'm styling both the link and the visited together. So I'm going to put comma and put .btn of visited. So when person see that the link, when that link has been visited, so that those are the styles that I'm applying here. So right now I'm going to have a font size of 20 pixel. So font size of 20 pixel is being applied here. So I'm also going to specify a font weight. So let me give it a font weight of 500. So I've applied a font weight of 500. So let me give it a background color. I've told you don't cram this background, this color, this hexadecimal color. I'm going to be putting resources where you guys can actually specify colors. So whenever you are designing, the best color to use is, first of all, use 2 colors as a beginner. I do advise people because joining too much colors will always make it confusing and make your work very rough. Even till today, at times there are some projects that whenever I'm building, I just apply just 2 colors. So as a beginner, just start applying 2 colors. So it's just when you are good with color, that's when you begin to apply some specific colors. So text decoration here, I'm going to be applying it to be none. So you are going to see the result of this. So it's going to remove that thing that is always on link. So look at it here. Let me put it here. I'm going to be applying that here. So I want you guys to see this. So that's why I'm decreasing it here. So right now, I've applied that particular stuff here. So it's nice to see now. So right now, text decoration none. So the text decoration there is none. So I'm going to put display inline block. So I've actually put a display of inline block. So right now I'm adding padding. So padding of what? This padding will apply to top and bottom and left and right. So 16 pixels top and bottom and 32 pixels left and right. So Ctrl S is being applied. So the next one I'm going to be applying is a border radius. So I'm going to be applying a border radius here. So this is beautiful, right? Very, very beautiful. So this button is very beautiful. Border radius of 9 pixel. Yeah, you're seeing it. So very, very good now. So this is very, very good. So the next one I'm going to be styling right now is the H2 and the section. So our H2 doesn't have any class if you look at it, and also our section doesn't have any class. So those are the last two things we are going to be styling here. So this is how to design just the basic hero section. So this H2 will have a font size of 44 pixel and also have a margin bottom of 48 pixels. So let me give it a margin bottom of 48 pixel. So right now the next thing I'm also going to be designing is our section. So our section should just have, what should I apply to this section? So let me just apply padding to this section. I'm going to be applying a padding of 96 pixel top and bottom, 0 left and right. So right now, let's go back to our browser and view this. So let me increase this. So you guys are going to see our end result. So wow, so this is what we actually created. Wow, this is too big. So let me reduce the line height. I'm going to reduce the line height here. I'm going to reduce the line height. It's big. Since I'm also going to reduce the H1, because this is pretty big. This is pretty big enough. Don't like it. I'll reduce the line height. So let me also reduce the size. Let me reduce the size. So I'm going to be reducing the, so let me give it 40 pixel, because it's pretty too big for us to, yeah, this should be enough. So right now we are actually designing hero section.